So I wanted to start off the episode was.
Oh goodness, this is how we started.
You excited about this ball?
Am I? Come on, a ball gown,
You talk about necklaces and earrings,
dancing. Like to me, cause I always go up for like. I don't really like a wedding ceremony, but I like a wedding reception. So it's just like people feeling good, and so I don't know. I like seeing people happy. I feel like we see people kind of like not upset, but going through things all the time.
Yeah.
And then like with the extra layer of like social media and stuff, people complaining and going through stuff all the time. It's like y'all don't ever just like smile. It just take one day to just do like just be.
Have you been to a ball before?
Yeah.
Oh, I have not.
Oh, okay. It's like a wedding reception. So yeah.
I assumed it would be, but yeah, I just haven't been to. Well, probably more extravagant because it's like usually at a wedding reception, you're trying or everyone's trying not to show up the bride and groom.
Yeah.
Whereas like at a ball.
And we have a wedding coming up too.
Oh, we do. Yeah.
Mello is the flower girl.
Hold on. We're gonna get into all that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This is what we call witty banter, Paige. Okay.
Witty banter. Okay. Oh, there was no back and forth. Okay.
I was back and forth. I was saying, well, I've never been. Have you been
we
to a
said
ball?
witty banter. Okay. I guess we just have different.
It was banter. How about that? Okay.
Okay.
Anywho, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I'm not showing nobody my dress though.
That means that it's gonna have a slit up to her neck.
Not up to my neck.
That's what that means.
Not up to my neck.
You ready?
Look, I don't get to do much outside of my normal like day-to-day stuff. So if I get one chance to go all out,
don't forget your character and fitness still on the line here. Okay.
I don't think that counts. They're not gonna ask for a photo of that, and technically it won't because it'll be submitted by then.
Oh, drats. You ready?
Yes.
What up, though? Welcome to another episode of Taking the Stage. I'm the math guy, Steve. This is
Paigey, baby.
Paigey, babe. Long time no see.
I know, we tried.
I see her every day. Okay, let me clarify.
What was our last one? Talking about the vacation? Did we even get into the vacation?
No, we still have another vacation one. The last one was
because we got to get into this talent show.
We'll do that next.
Okay.
The last one we did was about it was emoji challenge. It was the day before your birthday.
Oh yeah.
That's how long it's been.
I wasn't even able to post. You think it's too late for me to repost the birthday ones?
You can post whenever you want, bitch.
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. So, Paigey, babe.
Well, we tried. We had some technical difficulties last week when we tried.
We tried last week, some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We have a piece missing because this is the same tripod that I use for church when we're visiting other places for church, not at regular church. So then I lost a piece or whatever. Anywho, but we back. Like we never left, you hear me? And we back. So, what's the news of the day? The news of the week, Paige? I mean, it's been a few weeks. So, what's the news of the weeks, I guess?
Oh my goodness!
Lots.
Right, I'm having to go all the way.
Well,
back.
let's just go with the news of this week. This past
week.
Or the news of today.
I'm joking. Well, I would say that the most recent news has been just us getting acclimated with the new plan with our kids. Yes. We have 2 people watching them.
Let's go before that. Let's start before that.
Oh, wait.
You started your last semester of law
school,
yeah.
I'm like, what? what the kids? What was it?
The last semester.
Yeah, your girl
school.
is about to be JD.
You hurts me.
A long time coming. Well, it feels like a short time coming, but a long time coming.
Ooh, it's been a long time.
There's just so much more that happens after that. So I'm focused on that. However, I'm also putting in work and setting things up for after that. So,
but also it's your only semester, your first semester in person.
Oh yeah, I was the entire COVID class. Yeah,
the entire pandemic you've been virtual, and so it's your first time being on campus, and you have to travel to Baton Rouge every day.
That travels. Oh, now that's the thing.
It's not ideal.
I feel like they should do like half and half. I'm like, man.
But how's it being on campus? How's it being there? And then we'll get to
regular. I miss my babies.
Well, what do you mean regular? Hold on. Because you haven't been on, first of all, you haven't been on college campus in 5 years, 6 years?
I kind of feel like it feels the same. Oh, sorry, there's a up there. Like, it feels like when I go anywhere by myself. Like, when I'm by myself, of course, it feels weird. Mm-hmm. But also, I just feel like me. And so, I don't know, when I'm there, I'm fine.
I just meant, how does it compare to when you were an undergrad? No, I meant college to college. That's what I meant.
Oh,
because you were an undergrad, you got your master's, and then.
I think that the COVID kind of made it feel weird because nobody really knew what was gonna happen, and then also we were having kids throughout. And so I think that was the part more than the COVID part. Mm-hmm. I was thankful that I was able to kind of do it with them while raising them, like when they were very young. Well, while they're very young. But I also kind of feel like I didn't really have as much time as my other classmates.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
So I had to you got to take it from your sleep sometimes. You have to do a little bit extra. A little there. You got to start earlier, things like that. Just like the time management has been the biggest challenge.
Right, and then, but what I was referencing is, okay, so I remember you saying vividly that you went to.
Oh, the undergrad thing. Oh, you mean how does that school compare to UL?
Well, yeah, just being back on campus, and yeah.
I
remember you saying vividly that you went to Southern because we went to PWI, and Southern is a HBCU, and so just you want that was a part of you want that to be part of the experience, but you weren't.
It wasn't my first time on the campus, though.
I know that, but it was your first time being in.
Yeah, however, but I'm in a professional school, so it's not like I'm on the undergrad side.
Gotcha. True.
I'm not really integrated into that the culture of Southern, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see a lot of the students and stuff like that, and it's sometimes it's wild because we would dress up sometimes for school.
Okay.
But they have what's called Pretty Wednesday, where it's a full DJ. I told you about it.
No, you did not.
It's DJ at the
You said the first week.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's part of okay, gotcha.
And so it was when I told the girls eating turkey necks from the food truck, and I was like, what, they had turkey necks? Mm-hmm. I wish I had gone to that school because I love turkey necks.
Got the turkey necks out the food truck.
And then I made turkey necks on Sunday. Mm-hmm.
She was like, well, we're going to make our own.
I did.
Y'all got crawfish? We don't eat crawfish, so you got a crawfish? We're going to make our own boil.
Well, they didn't have that. They didn't have crawfish in that. But it was definitely turkey necks and sausage and stuff like that. And I was like, what? Y'all have this? And then it was a DJ and I don't know. It's I grew up in that culture of DJs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so it was fun. But that's just something, that was a small snippet of me going to experience something on like the undergrad side. But like, I don't know, the law center is just law center.
On y'all side, it just be
going to the library, struggling looking for parking, like
how school's supposed to be.
Yes, talking to vice chancellor all the time, like I need this, I need this, I need that. What's going on here? Like, everybody at this point is just trying to get up out of there. We're
trying to finish strong. Senioritis be like, trying to finish strong. But yes, to your original point, our news of the week or the recent time is that because of now both of us have to be in person.
Yeah, having to leave so early. It's like an hour drive, And
then, so you only have class 2 days a week, but it's all day.
Yes.
Literally all day.
Yes.
And so
everybody be like, how did you finesse that? I'm like, but I'm here from like 8 to 8. Like, and I had to make that work.
Yeah.
I had to email and get accommodations so that I could make it work for both of our, schedules.
Yeah, schedules. Mm-hmm. And so we have 2 people watching them during the day until I get off, and then Paige gets off later. We have my cousin Dayton. Shout out Dave. Dayton.
Shout out. He is really coming through strong.
Say bro.
When you told me the other day.
Dayton flames on some other type of stuff.
Right. When you told me the other day that, because we leave snacks out for them so that he won't have to bother with any of that. And then when you said,
I said, so what they have for breakfast? That's some apples, some oranges. Said, nah, I made them eggs and sausage.
I was like, eggs and sausage? You cooked?
You cook? He said, yeah. I was like, all right.
After this, I'll probably go ahead and make their oatmeal because I don't know if he knows how to make the type of oatmeal that they eat.
Hey, bro, don't underestimate the Dayton.
The steel cut oats take like 30, 40 minutes.
You just gotta tell him to put it on early. You don't underestimate.
No,
the
I just want to take things off of him. He's young,
Nah, Dayton's flames, man.
Yes.
It's one. Well, if you've seen previous episodes, one of my top people. One of my top people.
I don't often tell people that they have a crown waiting on him, but he does.
For certain.
I mean, it's not really my call. It's not my call.
It's not your call, but you go vote for.
Right.
That's a right to vote for sure. At least.
Most likely
too. Get the crowd.
And then my mom comes.
And then mom comes after
him. So
until
we have both of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and everybody else in between. Too. Yeah.
So okay. So today's episode. Okay, we haven't got it. Goodness gracious, we haven't gotten into the episode. All right, this is good. Okay. Got a lot to catch up with. So we've done in previous episodes, in 2 previous episodes, we've done stuff about previous old school technology. Let's go with that.
Okay.
In 2 different episodes.
Really, I was so nervous. I was like, I hope it's nothing hard.
No. So just old school technology is what we kind of talked about. But we just touched surface. We just did like this. We just touched it right there.
Okay. Barely scratched.
We barely scratched the surface. So what we're gonna do now is get into depths of actual technology that we used back in the gap.
That we really used, okay?
I picked the ones that I know we both used.
Okay, so we're not gonna go back. Okay.
So not old school like before our time. Actual stuff that we used. They had N64 on there. I know you didn't play no N64. But
that was a handheld one.
All right, Game Boy is the one you're referencing.
I don't know.
And I have Game Boy on here. But okay.
I have a funny story for that. Okay.
Okay. Well, the first funny story we're starting with is before we even get to that. You said something about your high school graduation computer.
Oh, the Quisha?
Huh?
We was talking about how she loved the fact that I had to,
Okay, you tell the story. Go ahead.
Okay, so my when I graduated high school, I had a graduation party, and we would do the money boxes at the graduation parties, and so I used all of the money that I got from my graduation party to purchase my first laptop. That was like my first big purchase for myself. And so I bought my laptop, and it had
to college.
Yes, and it had a CDR, but it also had the
so not CDR. CDR was regular.
What?
Yeah, CDR-W.
Yeah, the rewrite. Yeah, and then it also had.
That's way back when rewritable.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, we tell
y'all don't do the years on that.
Don't
go
do
look
the
them up.
don't
go look them up. And then it also had a function on it where it would like inscribe. What was it called? Like the.
So back in the gap on CDs, you would burn a CD for someone,
and then you have to put like a paper label, or we would just write it with a marker.
Either write directly on the CD exactly what was on that CD.
Yeah.
To put in your car or your whatever, and then but also you could print out a label, like a sticker. You pull that print out. So
purchase the labels.
Or purchase the labels.
So you print
directly on the labels. Peel that sticker off and then place that on the CD perfectly right there.
Well, some people didn't have the circle ones. I never used those.
Yeah, you just had to do rectangle. What is the rectangle?
And that's it.
It's like a sticky note. You put it right there directly on there.
And then you have to slide the song list and
So, but Pages was so fancy that you could. It not only had all the other functions, the R, W, but also you could print or even inscribe directly onto the disc. CD.
Yeah.
My mom was so
She thought that was like a flying car.
The creme de la creme.
She was like,
no way.
Wait. She would always send us stuff like, all right, this is the design you got to put on there. Because you could send like a picture too. Like,
you can
and it would just like inscribe whatever design you wanted on it. That was so funny.
That's hilarious.
I still have that computer. And it didn't even have a fan in it. I was like, how tacky.
Oh, yeah.
HP.
Yeah. Oh, man, it might be a sponsor one day. Don't call them.
HP?
No. It sounded good. Okay. Also, here's another funny story. So, we're talking about old technology.
What? Technology?
So, this is technological.
Just because you put the word system on it?
Okay. So, back in the gap, before you put your TVs on a wall, or before you have a TV stand,
yes,
we have what we call entertainment systems.
The whole system.
So, if you don't know what that is, it's a
huge piece of furniture.
That you put TV on, you put your CD, your not even a CD player. What's the bigger one? Not a boombox. Just a music station underneath at the bottom.
I was like, what?
With the speakers on the side.
Yes.
And then you got, other places for other stuff, but it'd be pictures with
photos,
books.
little trinkets.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible always had a little, yes.
So you got all type of little compartments
whatever
in this
you want,
entertainment
you can
center.
personalize it, yeah.
Well, the entertainment system that we have now, we don't have it in the house, but we do have it still.
We do still have it
in the shed.
You know your mama tried to take it.
Of course. It's from about maybe 30, 40 years ago, 30, 35 years ago. So probably before I was born, or close to when I was born. And it's from my uncle, my Uncle Dana, who married us.
Mm-hmm. He don't remember though.
He probably doesn't remember this entertainment system actually. He got it from. Okay, so my dad got it from him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we got it from my dad. My dad got it from him, and he got it from. He's a motivational speaker, and he also preaches. Mm-hmm. He used to preach at a jail.
Come on, outreach.
And this was their gift to him. This was made by inmates. This entertainment system. We still have it to this day, 35 years later. I don't know if it was Angola. I don't know.
I'm about to say, they make a lot of stuff.
Angola be making stuff. They got the sale on the front every once in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't heard. I ain't been. I haven't heard. Okay. But anyway, so that goes along with the technological advances.
That thing is sturdy.
Bruh. It's still here.
When you and I first met.
It's made out of wood, by the way.
And y'all had the house. I don't want to say a street name. Y'all had the other house, your parents.
Okay.
That was in your room.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we had that when we moved to our second place.
Definitely not the first place.
It wasn't in, yeah.
It wasn't
it was it the second place?
Did we have it there?
I
don't think we got it until we got here.
I don't remember it being, what did we
no, we did have it somewhere. I remember. That's when the door broke.
Yes.
Oh, we had it in our first place, in Laffy. We did.
Oh, okay.
In our room.
Just not the second. Oh, yes. In our room. Yes. Because I'm like, I don't remember that being out. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't in the front room. It was in our room. Yeah.
That thing is sturdy.
Bruh,
yes.
Bruh. Hang on. That thing hanging on. Hanging on. Okay, so here's some other technological advances that I want us to at least look at. Big fat computers. Do you remember those?
Like the Apple computers?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like the color ones with the.
Actually, at school we had the big.
Wait, okay, so when was this? Yeah, when was this? What school?
I'm not telling. At school, we had.
I think I was in 8th grade.
The big like Apple computers, the different color ones.
Yeah.
And then at home, we had this gray. I think Dell.
Y'all had a big fat one. Oh, that's okay. Mm-hmm. But not the color ones. It was gray color.
No, it
like
was
the red, blue, green ones, like that gray.
No, we didn't have an Apple computer at home.
Oh, gotcha. Just a regular.
At school, we had the Apple computers, and at home, we had like the Dell. It wasn't a laptop.
Okay, so PC.
I don't think they probably had laptops, but
see,
we had.
Well,
you know how
I don't
you
know
have
what
your,
age you're talking about.
You know how you have your house computer,
yeah,
and then you have like other computers. But our home computer, this is when I was young, so yeah, it was the one with the back on.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we had in our living room, right next to the entertainment center. We had a computer in the corner, and they had a big back. Well, we've had.
And then you remember
the actual. The PC part, the motherboard part, where the actual stuff was.
Yeah, all that stuff used to come so.
The tower.
Yeah, whatever it's called. Okay. But
so the big back was just the monitor. Mm-hmm. But then you had the actual, because it wasn't all in one. Like nowadays, all
not
of
the hard drive.
No, it's called the tower. It's called a tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the tower had, you understand how many times me and my mom, and then me watching, and then eventually me took apart a tower, just all the pieces in it, and spray.
And that's the hardest part. Like, well, at least you had your mom, because like I had to be like the IT person in my house.
Oh yeah. That's
I'm
rough.
like, man, I'm 12. Like,
I don't know. Look, you can't Google it. Right. This is the computer. I'll Google it.
I'm like, let's see what happens if we hold it.
You try to reset it. Unplug it, plug it back up.
I was an expert at computers, like at a young age.
You had to be, right? Because if you're the one who, and your mom was like, figure this out. Oh,
right.
Drats.
Paige, this stuff. Control, Alt, Delete.
Control, Alt, Delete. Escape.
That's so funny.
All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, big fat TVs.
Yes.
So it used to be that TVs looked like those monitors.
They did.
It was like think about a flat screen TV.
But everything
extended it.
Yeah, all the pieces were back there.
That's ridiculous.
But let me see. Do I have a funny story about? I kind of do.
I have a funny story about.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me go. Listen here. So, this is right before flat screen TVs came out. Okay, right before. My parents were living. I'm out like 13, 14, something like that. And we just bought a brand new house, and we got a new living room. Everybody got their own room. My parents got their own room, and so, but in the living room, now this is the house is old. So,
sorry.
So the house is old, and but they just so like right next to the living room is an office. So my parents decided, okay, we're gonna buy a big screen TV. Because everyone loves to watch football and they love to have company. Now, that's one of the big back ones, but it's a big screen TV as well. Right.
Not the same one that was at the house.
So they decided to purchase this huge TV.
That thing was
Right before flat screen TVs come out. So they bought a huge TV.
Let me stop that.
Big back. But then they realized after, a while, it kind of stick out in the living room. Living room not that big. So they said, well, let's cut a hole in the wall.
What?
And push it in. Push the whole wall into the office. So the TV can fit right in that hole. Boom, we good.
That wasn't nobody but the Quisha.
I don't know which one it was. But I do know.
That's funny.
They put a whole hole in that wall. We moved like a year and a half later, by the way. The flat screen TV was already out.
My eyes are watering.
I can't make this stuff up, bro.
You gotta cut some of this out.
No, I'm not. I'm keeping all this in. This is hilarious.
Look, we watched the Saints win the Super Bowl on that TV.
We did. We moved to the next house. Oh, man. We watched the Saints win the Super Bowl on that same TV. Luckily, the living room was a little bit bigger. We had to cut our holes in the wall. Okay.
It was still sticking out. And they had it like kind of tilted.
On the corner. Catty corner. So it's not that bad, you hear me? Sofa like a foot and a half away from the TV, but that's cool.
That is so funny.
We have flat screen TVs in every other room, but that's
Y'all had a flat screen in the kitchen.
in the kitchen, but that's
Oh, that's so funny.
right.
I gotta get my life together.
Come on, you see you got a story?
Wait.
The queen shot, that's her. That's not me, that's her. All right.
Hold on.
You had to see the hole in this wall. You gotta see the hole in this wall for this TV, bro. I gotta show you a picture. Hopefully I can find a picture, put it on here.
Ooh, I need some water.
She needs some milk.
Oh, that was funny.
Okay, all right. Let's try this one.
My story was not that funny, so we can skip past it.
Okay. What about water beds?
Yes, I do remember water beds.
If you don't know what a water bed is,
why would anybody ever do that?
It used to be common. Like, that was you being fancy.
That was like the cool thing.
Yeah. To have a bed that had water in the mattress. You had to fill this up.
How did they fill it up?
With a hose from outside. You ran that hose through your house.
You have to buy
or through the window.
Long enough to get inside.
Or through the window.
No.
Do you know how much risk that is?
And you know, people like just, when you're tired, you just plop down on the bed.
I was just talking about filling it up.
Oh my god.
You might have a leak right here, a leak right there, you don't know.
Oh, damaging your home.
Yes.
Oh, that's
damaging other furniture and everything. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We never had water. I don't think.
No, I don't have any waterbed stories, but I've seen them like on TV and stuff. Mm-hmm. I just can only imagine the mold.
Yeah, that part too. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Like even when I clean the kids like bath toys, if you look inside there, like when you clean it out, it's nasty.
Mm-hmm. All right, what else we got? Okay, so we mentioned floppy disk before. Mm-hmm. The reason I put floppy disk on here is because we were watching a show.
Oh, wait,
and
what
they
did I do?
And I'm going to put the picture up here. They showed 3 different versions of a floppy disk.
Oh, that old one? Yeah, I'd never seen that.
Now, there's a huge floppy disk. There's a regular floppy disk that most of us know. And there was even a smaller one.
I only seen the smaller one.
No. You're talking about the regular size one. Regular size. Yeah, no one.
No, pull a picture.
You didn't see the big... Okay, let me pull it up.
Because I think the one we've seen was the small. Well, you probably have seen the other one. Yeah, like I've only.
Oh, you haven't seen either of these.
I've only seen the.
Oh, just the small. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So Paige's only seen.
No, I know where you're going with this, Steven. No.
So Paige's only seen the smallest one. Now she gets it.
Steven, no.
So hear me out. So the person on this program. That's what I'm saying. The person on this program says.
Oh no, Steven, for real.
Oh yeah, because the floppy disk, when you click the floppy disk,
No,
the statement.
he said I didn't realize that this part in the middle was the save.
No, when you press this part right here, it's the save. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, when he just said you click on that, it's to save. It's the save button.
It's the save button. So Paige was like, "Wait, what? Wait, how does the floppy disk work? These old floppy disks, how do they work?" She's thinking about the circle in the middle of the floppy
like, you
disk.
click on it.
You click on that part.
Put it in and it saves it.
And then it saves.
He was like, he said no.
I said no.
And I was like, what? Like when you put it in, is something to press down on that part and it saves it? He was like, no, Paige.
Go to right now. Stop what you're doing. Go to Microsoft Word. Now press save. That's a floppy disk that you're pressing.
I know
that's
that
what he was
part,
saying.
but that's not how he said it.
Mercy.
He said I didn't realize that this was the save button.
The floppy disk is the save button.
These, and it looks like a button. I'm like,
half of y'all didn't even know that part, by the way. Right. Y'all didn't know that. Don't lie. You guys to be the goofiest. Anywho. All right.
Look.
All right, what about fax machines? Boom, boom. You remember fax machines?
Yeah.
Did you ever fax something?
Yes, all the time.
You still have to fax stuff?
Sometimes you have to fax things.
What you be faxing?
I think the last thing that I had to fax was... I probably had to go to the library to do this. That's old. Mm-hmm. Or like Office Max, and you ask them to fax it for you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, like certain documents, that have to have your signature on it and stuff like that, you have to like fax that stuff over if you can't be in person. Yeah. I faxed your mail-in ballot one year.
Yeah. I think the last thing I faxed was, so it used to be that, I think you changed this, but to get transcripts.
Oh,
transcript requests,
yeah.
You gotta fax them in.
Man, Genius Scan has saved our lives.
Bro, Genius Scan is so flame.
Genius Scan is
flame. I ain't no.
We don't have an endorsement or anything, but yeah.
If you know Genius Scan, just type that in your app store. Type in Genius Scan. Mm-hmm. Flames. Also Adobe has it now too, right? Where you can do the, but it's not the. Some people don't accept that version of it.
You gotta pay for it, but
yeah.
What, like the DocuSign?
Yeah. What else? What else about fax? So fax machines used to be Fax machines used to be that the way that we would before email.
Or like when you're setting up certain accounts, or like when you're doing anything that's kind of professional and they need like
even before that, right?
Full copies of it. Yeah. It's like you cannot send a picture of it. We need a fax.
I'm saying even before that.
Oh,
the fax machine was before you could take a picture.
Oh yeah, before all of that, you would have to wait for the fax to come in to look at it and then do whatever it is. That's how you would communicate.
Old school fax machine. How did it used to work?
With the phone on?
Mm-hmm. You usually have to take your phone out your... take the cord out your phone, put it in your fax. If you have a fax machine at home, you had no 2 lines. Take the phone up.
But that's how you would do the internet, though.
We're going to get to that.
Oh. I was like, yeah.
We're talking about old school. We're just talking about old school version.
Okay.
That's all. I was trying to remember. So we're going to bring it up. Dial up internet. That's the next thing. That's called a natural segue. I'm about to say segue.
Oh, my word.
It's late. Okay. I'm about to say segue. Natural segue.
Okay.
Dial up internet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that noise.
That's your AOL message.
That noise was wild.
Yeah. So it used to be that you used to have to use your phone line. Mm-hmm. Okay, phone line.
And if you came from a household with only one line,
what's a phone line?
Look at me. If you came from a household with only one line,
we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, no cell phones, so you had a phone like a landline.
Landline meaning it was on a string.
Yeah, we probably have a landline cord around here somewhere.
We do in the front.
But
your phone connection was through a cord.
Yes.
And then that's why we got a landline, because it was through the land. It went through the ground. Yeah. But if you only have one phone line, one landline, then
you have to disconnect it and then plug it into your computer. so that you could have the internet.
So you can try to access the internet. Now, try to. Because then you also needed a CD to put inside of your computer.
Yep.
In order to get the internet.
Yeah, the internet was on the CD.
Yes. This is wild.
It was too much.
We sound ridiculous saying this right now.
It's just so nostalgic, you know. We used to take our time to do things. Because we were the last generation to have to do all of that.
Yes, we referenced it in the previous episode, having the internet versus not having the internet, and with the generation that had to, the last generation to have to go through that. But yes, dial-up internet was similar to fax machines. That you have to do the same thing, right? Take that wired cord and then plug it into your fax machine, and then hopefully the person hadn't sent the fax yet. Because you just called them and said send the fax, or I'm about to send the fax. Then, or if you're about to receive
Do you know how many times you have to send a fax for it to really go through?
Bro, like 30 times.
Is like,
just to make sure. Because it has to be that the person had just hung up, take that cord out of their phone, put it in the machine, turn it on, and then
it's too much.
Then you have to have sent it. But you don't know because you're not in contact with them. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. All right, I got plenty of these though.
And then don't let nobody have to make a phone call.
Or try to get on the internet. All right, let's see. Typewriters.
That's more like my mama time.
Okay, that's about to ask. Okay, so I've used a typewriter before. Have you used a typewriter?
I've used one before, as in I've seen one sitting and like played on it.
Okay.
But I haven't had to actually use one to type up a full paper.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. When did you use it?
When I was younger.
I'm saying when or where? What was the scenario? Do you remember?
No, it must have been like on like a class thing or like a school thing. We didn't have one at home.
Okay. Because I remember
like I had to have been like somewhere. Like my mom would take us places sometimes, so we had to have been with her or like at school.
Okay. I remember the only time I remember using one, like, and like actually, okay. So my mom used to work at a bank, and they had a typewriter there. Now,
did it have the one that had the backspace, or was it like the original?
So here's the thing. Hold on, hear me out. This is a newer one because this is a bank, and so they already had computers. They already have computers around. It's just there was one spot where they had, and for some reason I had to go by my mom and kind of either wait till she got off or wait till someone.
They let you use the equipment at the bank.
So hear me out. I'm like 7, 8, but I'm also like very advanced, right? So, but I think no one's using this machine. They have the computers, so so no one's using this machine. It's just kind of. It's there just in case. Okay. So it was one of the more advanced ones where they, like, you press backspace and like a block would hit the letter or whatever. But because I'm just sitting there waiting, and I mean we didn't have like phones or iPads to like keep me entertained. My mom was like, "Oh," and I saw this. I'm like, "What's this machine?" My mom tells me what it is. I'm like, "Oh," and she can tell like I'm interested in it. So then she's like, "Go ahead, try it out." And that's what it was. That was something like that.
Might say that is a tried and true parenting trick. You like that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got like 30 more minutes. Try. And she know I'm a good kid, so I'm not gonna like mess something up with something. So, but yeah, so that's what it was. It was just kind of, I was like, what? Now I've already dealt with computers. We have a computer at home, so I already dealt with computers. But like, this is like interesting, and I'm like, backspace. What? No, wait, right? But it was still one of the ones that you slide. So it's still one of those too to get the next. Oh, I found it so fascinating, bruh. It was so fascinating at the time. Okay, let's see. VHS versus VHS and a VCR. What are these, Paige?
The VHS is the tape, and then the VCR is the thing that plays the tape.
Wait a second. I was actually let us be a Paige.
Video cassette recorder. I mean, what is it?
I don't know.
Either. But I know what it does.
So before we had DVDs, before we had streaming, we had what we call VHSs.
Remember the short-lived Blu-ray?
And before we had Blu-ray, yeah. And not short-lived, I think people would still mostly buy Blu-ray now.
With streaming services?
Well, I mean, instead of DVDs.
I didn't know they still... Well, I know they still sell them, but I didn't know people still buying it like that.
I know one person who does.
I know too. Yes, shout out. I love you.
But VHS was before that, right? It's the precursor to that, where we had them on this cassette tape essentially. It was a rectangle box, and then you would put them in the VCR.
Like a huge version of a cassette.
Yeah. So I don't want to, but a little smaller than this brush. Probably should have showed this because Paige was like, I got hair in that brush. Why ain't gonna show? Anyway.
I did just brush my hair with that brush.
But yeah, so it was a rectangle box that you put inside of another bigger box that's called a VCR, and that's how we played. That's how we watched videos. Okay, so you remember these?
Yeah, it would suck when like the tape would come out, cause it wasn't like a cassette.
So define what you mean. The tape would come out.
The film strip.
So it's actually a film that's inside of this box.
Yeah.
And so when the film would come out, or like pull out, or like a piece of the piece of the box, the VHS would break off or something. Yeah.
And so I remember being able to fix my cassettes.
We're going to get to cassettes in a second.
But I'm trying to remember if I used to fix my VHSs.
Well, question. I got a question. Did you? So, a huge part of getting VHSs is that you didn't buy them all the time. Oftentimes, this place called Blockbuster.
Oh yeah, Blockbuster. Yeah.
You would rent these. You would rent these cassettes, watch your video a few times, rent them for a few days, and then return it. Y'all used to rewind yours? Because they would tell you that you're supposed to, when you're done watching this, you should rewind it to be courteous for the next person.
I don't know.
The reason I ask this is because we had an actual machine called a rewinder. It was the weirdest thing ever. I ain't gonna hold you.
See, I don't know. My mom used to take us to Blockbuster. Excuse me. And we would pick out 2 films, one for her and one for us. And then she would bring them back. So I never knew if we had that. And then, my mama old school, so we never went in her room. So if she had something like that, I'm pretty sure she would keep it in her room because she didn't want us to mess it up.
Yeah, I just remember that rewinder. I was like, this is weird as a mother. First of all, you can rewind on the VCR.
Yeah.
The rewinder just did it really quickly so that you can take it out and either watch the movie you're trying to watch or take it out and return it to...
Man, don't you miss watching previews and stuff?
Yeah.
I love previews.
It's like it was supposed to be like a movie theater, experience. And so, yeah. Yeah, and you do love previews.
I do.
She'll get some movie 20 minutes
like early.
Just to make sure when it's the previews. She'll finish her popcorn before the previews start.
You finish the popcorn before the previews start.
That might be true as well. All right. But the point is, that's because we there 20 minutes early. I'm like, oh, well, I mean,
I'll be like, I'm getting there early. I'm going to the bathroom already. I'm getting my food. I'm going to sit down. And then you normally go to the bathroom. Also, you're going to call me out and eating popcorn. You didn't fall asleep on the movie that you I have. I do.
a few times.
It's dark.
At the theater. We at the theater.
It's dark and it's cold.
She got the blanket stuck in you already like that. And you good to go.
I do always bring a blanket. I like being comfortable, okay?
All right, let's see what we got. Polaroids.
Check it like a Polaroid. Okay.
You remember Polaroids. What is a Polaroid, Paige?
A picture.
How do people understand what a Polaroid picture is?
You have a Polaroid camera, and you put film in that. It's not film like a VHS film. It's, I guess, the Polaroid film. Yes. And then the caveat or the good thing about the Polaroid camera is that you can immediately get your picture.
Yes. So it used to be...
You gotta wait for it to come up, but it'll come through.
So it used to be that when you have a camera, you put the film in it, you take the pictures, take a bunch of pictures, however many you want, and then you take that film out, and you have to get it developed at some developing place, whether it be a Walgreens or K&B just popped into my head. I don't know why. A K&B. Remember K&B? or whether it be somewhere where you can get them
where
developed.
they develop. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Polaroid was like, nah, you get the film developed right then and there.
Right
You take the picture, you get the picture.
That's apparently coming back.
I've
seen a lot of cameras like that.
Yeah. And
I got Luna a camera like that. A little, it's like a kitty Polaroid. Mm-hmm.
So, yes, that's where the song "Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture" from
because you kind of have to like fan it to cool it off, so that it would develop. I guess.
Yeah, to get the picture kind of.
But the only thing about pictures like that when you get them printed out, when people put their hands on it. Well, when you put your hand on a Polaroid picture, the little thumbprint would stay on there.
Yeah.
If it was still like hot.
Mm-hmm. That's why. So like it had a rectangle around it.
Yeah. A little spot and a spot on the bottom, like where you could write whatever the. Yeah.
And you're supposed to only touch the picture at that part, so that you don't touch the actual film that's being developed that just got developed. We saw.
I know. I'm like, how do I know all this stuff?
All right. What about a cassette?
Okay, I think we just talked about cassettes, but...
We talked about VHSs. We didn't talk about what a cassette is.
So a cassette is like a smaller version of a VHS. And usually, the cassette would have an A side and a B side.
More specifically, the cassette was for music.
Right,
for sound.
Music.
Yes.
Or instructions. Because I used to get my hair perm. And the instructions came on the cassette. in the perm box.
Of course it did.
It did. What was it? Just for me? Mm-hmm. It's like just for me or just for kids or something like that. But yeah, it would come like the perm would come with like gloves, all your applicator stuff, and your cassette. You put your cassette in.
Okay, I got my gloves on. What you do next?
I didn't perm on here, but I know it always came with a little tape in there. Well, we called it a tape, but a tape is a cassette.
But so you were saying cassette came with an A side and B side. That was usually for music, right?
Right, for music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so
that's how we could like easily like if that one messed up, like if like the little lock thing came off and it spilled out a little bit, you can always like it was easy to rewind that.
Mm-hmm. And so okay, so this is before we had streaming, of course. Before we had CDs, we had cassettes, and this is before that is the 8-track.
I don't know.
We ain't 8-track.
You got to ask my mom.
Yeah, that's how people do it. But we had cassettes, and cassettes is where that's what you would buy your music on, right? So you go to the actual music store and purchase a cassette that has an A side and a B side on it.
Do you remember when the music stores had the sampling stations where you could go and select the sample and put on the headphones? That was so cool. Like every time we would go like to the bookstore or music store or whatever with my mom, that would be the first place I would go. Yeah, and I would just, and you know, she didn't care because at least I was in one spot. And so I would just listen to all these different types of music. I used to love that.
Yeah. I remember that vividly. Same thing with when I went to like even Walmart had those at one point.
Oh really?
Yeah. It would be that and the video game station. So I would just be going to look at videos.
Yeah, you still go to the video game station. They still have the little trial thing.
What you talking about? They got a Mario what? What you talking? Okay. Yeah. So that's what cassettes. Okay. All right. A phone booth. Now, okay. I might be telling our age. I don't know where we at with phone booths. Have you been in a phone booth before? Do you know what a phone booth is, Paige?
Yes.
Okay, you know what a phone booth is. Tell the people what the phone booth is.
I'll say, I don't know if I've ever been in a phone booth. I've seen them. I've used a payphone. What a phone booth is first. Oh, it's just a booth with a payphone in it.
Okay, so what's
and
a payphone?
sometimes there's a phone book in it. Maybe I have been in a phone booth.
What's the payphone?
You put your money in, and or you call toll free. You gotta hurry up and say your thing real quick.
I'll be there in 20 minutes. Bye.
Or you pay for your call, and you make your call, and then sometimes you're gonna have to wait for your call to come back.
Sometimes your change pop back at you, and you be like,
"Yeah, they be having buku change." Oh, I remember I have in the phone booth. I'm like, they used to have a lot of change in there.
I think I've been in a phone booth before, but not very many times. Probably.
Not that many times, but I've seen a lot of payphones.
Yeah, payphones, of course. Yeah, so, but phone booth.
Because we used to be on Tulane's campus all the time. They always had phone booths.
Mm-hmm. Phone booths or I don't know, payphones?
Well, payphones.
Yeah.
Not the actual booth, but the payphone.
Okay.
Like in case of emergencies and stuff like that.
And the phone booth is where Superman changes clothes.
Oh.
You know that? That's where Clark Kent Superman.
I didn't read comic books like that. I read Archie.
I'm talking about the movies.
Oh.
She thought I read comic books.
I read the funnies, okay?
I read math books.
And I read the funnies on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we talked about CDs.
We talked about
Okay,
CDs.
compact disc, okay. Camcorder.
Oh!
Now, okay.
I do have a story about the camcorder.
Okay. Full disclosure, we're not recording this on a camcorder. No. We're recording this on an iPhone.
Yes.
Go ahead, tell your story about the camcorder, Paige. I'm going to tell mine. Well, mine not even funny. Let me tell mine first. Mine not funny. Let me tell mine.
Well, I don't know if mine's funny. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
My mother used to carry around a camcorder.
My camcorder story is about your mother as well.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I love you.
My mother used to carry around a camcorder like it was a purse. She recorded everything. We had a picnic recorded. We had church recorded.
Not much has changed.
It's not. It's just now I got to do it. She tell me to do it.
She got 2 phones.
One for recording, one for the phone. But she used to record everything, but it was a camcorder at the time. We ain't talking about these. Okay, so a camcorder was a way to record a video recorder.
Like this.
But it wasn't these. She didn't have it. I'm not talking about this. It used to be, at one point it was this small, where you could hold it with one hand like this.
Not the...
I'm talking boombox size, B. Boombox size, B.
She was out here.
She used to have us record like, she got the eye of the thing right here.
She had a boom mic.
Go ahead. What you said? Boy, look at little Steve. Look at Manny. Look at Manny. Look at little Shane. Boy, they having the time of their lives.
It's not like a TV show.
Hey, man.
Fixing
You
the
couldn't
mic
tell us you want the coolest thing ever. She put that VHS out. Boop, boop. Put it right in the VCR. We all watching it for days.
She makes me watch them things all the time.
Bruh.
My
I'm
story
talking that shit, B.
When we went to, Shane was in high school, and we went to one of his football games on the bus. I used to hate riding that bus. I love you. But riding that bus, and it wasn't a school bus, it was a charter bus, but still, he would only play in the coldest places.
Bruh.
I used to be like, y'all gotta tell me how to dress for this.
So he was all-state running back. He led the team and everything, led the state and almost everything, whatever. But there was a 1A school. So because they had already won the city clearly in 1A, they had to travel to other 1A schools to try to get to the state championship. But these 1A schools are
so far.
Here, there, bro, all over the state. So if we wanted to go to the games, we all got on the charter bus at his school and traveled to the game. But
so we traveled super far to one of these games, and I'm sitting with your family, and your mom is like cheering Shane on, but she's holding the camcorder. It was a small one. And so she's like, Paige, you're going to have to catch this. And you know me, when I'm cold, it's free. Like, you know when it's cold, like so cold, you can see your breath. And I have like the little, the little shake things to heat yourself up. And I'm like, all right. So I'm just holding my hand all shaky.
I got him. I think I got him. Did he scope?
But no, it was the one where you could see like the camera.
Oh, no, the side.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, I don't know how this is going to turn out.
We watched the video after. Did he make?
She turns around. She's like, Paige, what you doing? You know, and I'm like, first, I don't even know. I didn't
see y'all screaming, so I was just watching.
I didn't know anything about football. I can barely see. My hands are shaky because it's cold. I'm just like, just hold it right here in the middle.
He way over there. Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, camera. I see him now. I think he did he score? I think he scored.
Because it's like, I can't see him with my own eyes on the field. Surely I can't see him on the small
screen. She's feeling like this. Camcorders was a thing. A thing, I'm telling you. Okay. Overhead projectors.
Like the school overhead projector?
Yes.
Remember when the Elmos came out? What's it called, Elmo?
Yeah, Elmo, yeah.
Man, those names was fancy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's up? What's an overhead projector, bitch?
Okay, goodness. We about to run over time. We
We're way over time. Look, and I got like 30 more.
This about to be a two-parter.
No, yeah, we're gonna finish it later. Okay, this is the last one. Overhead projector.
Okay, overhead projectors are the things that you would use in, like, I guess, school when you have a project or something like that. And don't go look this up. The old ones, it was the thing you used to roll in the classroom, and you would have to put the transparency paper on it.
Mm-hmm. First, you would have already written what you, or you could write directly.
Or you could write directly on it, or you would have whatever you wanted and the transparent paper on top or something like that, and then it would project to the big old whiteboard, I guess, like canvas thing that you would pull down. Yeah, the screen you would pull down.
Yeah.
You old.
We old. You're old. We old. Any last words, Poop?
You know what? I don't mind being old. I'm grateful. I'm living in my oldness with you, so I'm thankful for that. Oh, this is a trip down memory lane. Come on now.
We back at it like we never left.
You know what? We were testing our brains out. You know. That is it muscle memory or memory muscle?
Memory muscle.
See, it's the
because it could be. See, listen. Hear me out. See, it could be that your memory got a muscle, or is your muscle in your memory? You got to think about these things sometimes. Okay.
See?
Preach up.
Thank y'all for taking the stage with us once again.
Thank y'all for watching and listening to another episode of Taking the Stage.
We'll see y'all soon with part 2.
See y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hey podcasters, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also listen to our audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Have a good one.